Good morning and thanks for joining us on News 4 today. I'm Lindsey Nance. Let's start things off with a check of the forecast. Break out those winter coats, Melanie. We were in the 60s earlier this week and now it's freezing outside with a little bit of rain. Breaking overnight, a man is dead this morning after a shooting around the Napier area in Nashville. This happened around midnight on Fain Street, less than a mile away from Napier Elementary School. Police tell us officers found the victim lying on the side of the road with shell casings in the street. After a deadly crash Friday afternoon, Metro Council wants to make that entrance safer into Edwin Warner Park. News 4's Marissa Sulik has more. Our coverage of the Omicron variant continues this morning with new data. The report says Pfizer's vaccine is less effective against the variant. As of this morning, the Department of Health hasn't found any Omicron cases in Tennessee. Of course, we'll be checking in with them later today for an update, and we'll share that with you. After several decades, the statue of Nathan Bedford Forrest on I-65 is taken down. National Guard troops from our state will head to the southern border to fight a climbing drug crisis. Governor Bill Lee authorized the deployment of 50 soldiers who will head south early next year. And for the second time this week, a gun was taken from a student in Middle Tennessee. President Biden reportedly delivered a stern warning to Vladimir Putin during a call from the White House. He promised sanctions, leaving open the possibility of a military response if Russia doesn't stand down. Jay Gray has a closer look at the call and the ramifications that could come next. Police in Alabama are investigating a FedEx driver for stealing a service dog. The owner says the driver claims he took him so he wouldn't get hit by a car. Harley is a service dog for the owner's son, who has autism. And it's no secret, cold weather is here. Well, now the Old Farmer's Almanac is warning people to get ready for a chilly winter. Farmers call this year's season the season of shivers. Happening today, Mayor John Cooper is holding another meeting to discuss the future of 2nd Avenue. It comes just weeks before the one-year mark of the downtown bombing. News 4's Alexandria Adams is live on 2nd Avenue with more on what we expect to come out of this meeting. Good morning, Alexandria. And we're learning more about the man shot by Metro Police Monday. Investigators say Ron Reed was wanted on federal drug and gun charges. Reed is the 9th person to be shot by Metro Police this year. That's triple the number from 2020. Carly Gordon helps us put that number into perspective.
For Nashville.
Keep in mind there are several variables at play here. Some say the shootings are because of population growth and a lot of guns. Others say the numbers were only low in 2020 because of COVID. This morning, a Brentwood family who's only been here for a few years is living without the man who brought them to Tennessee. Mukhan Turtlev died in a crash outside of St. Louis last week. That's going to be happening at noon, so if you hear them, it's just a test, not an actual storm. And this morning, workers at KELLOGG'S have chosen to continue a strike. New this morning, the American Medical Association says over 1 million COVID-19 victims have dealt with long-term changes of senses. In another study, they say the best antibody protection you can get requires you to get COVID-19. Researchers at UCLA looked at patients who were vaccinated but never infected and found that antibodies were less effective. The White House continues to defend travel restrictions for 8 African countries, a move made due to concerns over the Omicron variant, which has now been detected across the globe and in the United States. So she doesn't sing, she doesn't play an instrument, she doesn't write songs, but Beverly Keel's impact on country music gets big applause on and off of Music Row.